Yo, yo, yiggity yo. Welcome to the Self-Care Blair Club. The Self-Care Blair Club. I'm Care, and I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me and my non-articulation days. I'm not even on my period, which is like a thing, in case you didn't know, ladies, or men that have ladies. I just want to thank you for listening from the bottom of my heart. From the bottom of my heart. This is really just Self-Care Break Club is a place where we turn our attention inward and tend to ourselves, right? So thank you for doing the work. Thank you for listening to me go through it with you, right? Because that's really all this is. It's a self-expression. It's me sharing my experience, my self-experience with you. Sometimes it's messy. It's convoluted. It's stream of consciousness. You know what that is? So you're like, I already know this and I'm listening. But in case you're sharing it with somebody and they're like, this bitch is crazy. Yes, I am. Self-care is personal. It's so personal. So today's episode, the only thing I want you to remember is self-care is consistent. How is it consistent? It's a consistent choice to love yourself no matter what you're doing. And a lot of fitness influencers or a lot of doctors or a lot of people, we're all just people, remember? They're not gonna like me saying that, right? I don't even like me saying that. There's a part of me that's like, no, I went through this super crunchy phase. You've probably seen some of it. And even like crunchy is like health nut. If you don't know, like we're like, read all your labels and don't do this and do this and bleep bloop blah. And there's parts of me that still have that mentality, and like obviously there's truth to that, right? There is truth to that. But anyways, if you remember, like I'm never trying to hop on here and tell you what to do, even though like I do guide you in certain directions. I need you to listen to your heart and remember that if you remember anything, self-care is personal. It's so personal. It's consistent, but it's not the same. It's consistent as it is a feeling. The actions you take and the way it looks might be different in different seasons, different days, different months, different years, right? So what I mean by that is some days self-care looks like a long walk. Some days it looks like a talk with a friend. Some days it looks like waking up 10 minutes before your children do, so you have that moment of silence, that moment to yourself. And then some fucking seasons it looks like a bottle of wine, right? It looks like a bowl of ice cream. Self-care is non-judgmental. Bottom line. Self-care, or the Self-Care Bear Club, is unconditional love. That's the mission here. The mission, unconditional love. The subjects, us, those who choose to participate. Can you imagine? Like self-love could literally save the world. Literally. I believe that with my whole heart. It has saved my life. And I just want to thank you again for being here. It's basically just a stream of consciousness at this point of me sharing my personal experience with you. You watch me go through self-care. You watch me change. You watch me grow. You watch my ideas change. And that's just so awesome. The baseline is unconditional love, right? You'll hear me say a lot of things. You'll hear me change my viewpoints on diet, fitness, bleep, bloop, blop, blop, men, right? That's what life is about. Flexibility, freedom. I am a pretty like stable person in some respects, as we all are to a certain level, where the change is like, but I've learned through self-care that change is inevitable. And if you're not changing, then you're probably not growing. So self-care is consistency, and that is not synonymous with doing the same shit every single day. There's beauty to a routine. There's another episode for that. Go check it out. But self-care itself, like the Self-Care Bear Club, is just unconditional self-love. Now, what does that mean? It means everything we go through, it's a constant choice that we remind ourselves it's okay. I have this mantra, and I need to bring it back more consistently. Every morning when you wake up, you can say, everything I choose moving forward is okay with me. And you might think, Carrie, that's not fair. That's a cop-out. What if I eat 7 pizzas? What if I binge watch TV for 7 weeks straight? What if I do something much more terrible? If you do something much more terrible that includes harming yourself or harming others, then that's a different conversation. That's not what we're talking about. But the more I've softened into this idea that I can literally do no wrong. I don't do wrong. Because I can't, for one. And for two, where there is love, there is more love. So the more I've accepted this idea, the more it's sunk in, the more I've practiced unconditional self-love, the more love I feel for myself and for everybody else, right? So I'm wanting to tell the truth more often. I'm learning my values for the very first time. I'm learning them and I'm implementing them. I'm embodying love, right? I'm embodying love. That doesn't mean I don't have thoughts or feelings that are negative or real or hateful. Like, that's part of being a human. But instead of throwing resistance on those thoughts, and not instead of, but when I notice myself coming up against those things, me hating that part of myself or me trying to push it down or trying to fight it and be like, no, that's not right because I'm the self-care bear, that gets me nowhere. It literally gets me nowhere. It gets me stuck. It gets me back in the patterns of shame, guilt, self-doubt, right? And that's not what we're about here. The only baseline to self-care is consistency, and that's the consistency of the thoughts we choose. Are you following? I know you are. Your thoughts have power. And if you're in a place right now where you're not choosing careful thoughts, I don't like that word, thoughts that are caring in nature towards yourself, it's okay. It's okay. You might notice how, like, the more you do that, the more you come up against yourself, right? It's not an idea of jumping from here all the way to here. It's just a softening. And again, the mantra, everything I do moving forward is okay with me. If I make a wrong decision, it's okay with me, because what am I going to do? Just get stuck in a spiral? And that's okay. And not be who you came here to be, not love yourself. Because once you experience real self-love, like, this is, I can say all these words all day long, and it's a feeling. And again, I don't feel it 24/7. I'm not just like a ball of self-love, but I am. We feel other things. It's a ebb and flow. You hear about ebbs and flows, you're like, you are the ocean, you're the ocean, or whatever. All these analogies, like, again, words don't teach. Words don't teach. Experience does. And so if you want to experience this, you've got to start putting it in practice. You've got to pray, you've got to sing, you've got to dance. You've got to find something that makes you feel alive. Because just working on the theology of it, never going to get you there. So you can listen to this podcast 100 times. That makes no sense. Or you can listen to a much more eloquent podcast about self-care and self-love. and it still can make all the fucking sense in the world. But until you get out and do it yourself, it just ain't happening. And I'm laughing and I'm making weird faces about this because like it's so hard for me to hear those things. Like I want to know exactly what to do, and it's a vibe. It's a vibe. Self-care is the vibe, and it's a consistent vibe. So it's a coming back to, oh, you're the worst. Oh, you can't do it. Oh, that girl's prettier than you. And just going, yeah, those are thoughts. I've been thinking those for a while. Didn't know I was thinking them for a long time. I just kind of felt shitty. Now I know I'm thinking them. Okay, now I'm thinking them and I'm fighting against them because I know that's not fucking true. And then, okay, well, that's not working. Okay, well, those are thoughts. Those are thoughts. I've been conditioned in hatred, honestly. I think the world is out to condition you to keep you down. And self-care conditioning is what we're all about here. So you have to choose time and time again to soften anything and everything. Anything and everything. And if you've been through a lot of hard shit, this is going to take some practice, but you got it and you're here. So self-care is consistent. It is personal. It does not look the same on any given day to any given person. Don't buy it. Don't buy it that self-care is this, or this. I can't even tell you what it is. Like literally some days it's a bowl of ice cream for me and loving myself through that bowl of ice cream. Some days it's letting myself just do nothing and feeling the feels without coming against them. That's always what it is. It's always the allowance of me to just be. If I drink a bottle of wine, it's fucking okay. And these are all things that I've probably told you, like, don't do that, or like, this isn't the epitome of self-care. You know what? It fucking is, because I've lived this way, I've lived that way, I've lived on both ends of the spectrum, and my balance has been so beautiful to me. So if you've heard me say something and you're like, nah, bitch, like, that's not who you are. I know, because I'm a living, walking, evolving fucking being, and I'm better than fucking ever. How are you? How are you? I'm coming out of my period right now, full disclosure. So like 2 days ago, I was having way more negative thoughts than I am right now. Now I'm feeling myself. But even within those negative thoughts, I was feeling myself on a certain level, right? I was aware of what was happening to me. My hormones were rocking. And we're back. So, self-care. It's yours. It's a choice. It's consistent because you are here. You're a member of the Self-Care Bear Club. Babe, you got this. Boys, you got this. You got this. I bring up a bottle of wine like it's like the worst thing in life. But again, that's relevant to me because there was this part where like I felt like alcohol was defining me in a negative way. No. Some things I don't do that I just know wouldn't make me happy are like promiscuous sex, right? Like, can I say that, mom and dad? That is a place I used to be, and that was not self-love for me. So if there's things that, again, are harming you or you're harming others or you feel like they're really not you, then you have to cut that shit out. If there's things you're kind of on the fence about and you're not hurting anybody and it physically doesn't hurt you, then that's fine. But I've been in a place where I was doing those things, or I was binge eating food or binge eating this, and I shamed myself and told myself this isn't the way I'm supposed to be. And that shame spiral is a trap. So if you are having promiscuous sex, good for you. I, again, have just learned myself, and that's not what I'm about. I'm not about it. We are okay though with whatever happens. So if I decided tomorrow that that's what I wanted, cool. I did make some decisions with a man last year that fucking were stupid as fuck. I knew it. I did it. I loved myself through it, and I think that was the point of me banging my head against the fucking wall. Don't be a martyr. Save yourself. Save yourself. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Focus on yourself. Be fucking selfish, because you've got nothing to give nobody when you're hating yourself and then you're blaming it on other people. Oh, my relationship's so bad. Oh, my mom was terrible when I was a kid. Like, I have all these thoughts. Go to therapy, whatever you need to do. I don't fucking care. It comes back to you and you alone. Don't I hate that? I love to play the victim. Oh, don't we love to play the victim? You are not the victim. You are the hero of this self-care story. And unconditional love is the answer. Might sound stupid. It might not make sense. It might sound, I don't know what you're going through. So if you want to talk about it and you want to tell me, I can help a little bit more in a one-on-one situation. For now, I just need you to trust me that you are the girl of your wildest dreams. And if you start acting like it, even if it feels fake, even if it feels a little forced, like, pretend you're somebody else. Pretend you're Beyonce. Pretend you're Taylor Swift. I don't fucking care what you do. But you've got to get in self-care mode and true self-care mode. And again, some days that looks like crying. Some days it looks like screaming into the pillow. What else can it look like? Some days it looks like doing nothing. Some days it looks like doing everything. Some days it looks like you are the fucking woman. And some days you look like a fucking gremlin. And when you love all the parts of you, that's when the magic happens. That's when you are no longer attached to these stories we tell ourselves. That's when you get the bigger picture. That's when you're connected to source, to God, to whatever, to the universe. Self-care conditioning. Let's make it a thing. Speaking of this thing, before we go, I'd like to thank you again, my cute little intimate self-care bears, or werebears. I have made a separate channel for my fitness videos, and I'd like you to go subscribe to it, please. It's much simpler so things don't get convoluted. If you didn't know, I am a self-care specialist of many, many branches, but I am very passionate about fitness, movement as medicine, movement that matters. Feeling focused fitness is the thing I've been calling it. So anyways, if you like to move, or if you have been interested in getting moving this new year, please go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Self-Care Conditioning. Again, it's physical fitness, but I bring a very fun component and a very emotional component where we'll be moving, but you're gonna feel the benefits spiritually, mentally, emotionally, physically, obviously, and it's gonna be very simple, real, the realist, authentic fitness workouts, whatever, stretching, cardio, shaking, somatic work, strength training. Let's get physical. So if you like me enough to just hit that subscribe button, I'd really appreciate it. Self-care conditioning. I've got a couple videos on this channel right now on the playlist if you haven't checked them out. Again, raw, real, unedited. I got a new phone, so watch out, you old fucking phone and lack thereof storage. We're feeling good about this momentum, so I'd really appreciate it. And if not, that's cool too. I appreciate you and what you're doing out here. I hope you have a great day. Self-care is consistent, and it's just a consistent choice. Does that make sense? Did I tell you anything else? It is personal. It's a choice. It's a feeling. It's a way of thought. It's a way of life. It's a full-time job. Queen Herbie, I love you. It's a full-time job, and you're doing it. You're doing it when you feel like you're not doing it. I promise you're still doing it. So let's take a self-care moment. Bring it back in, y'all. Take a deep breath in. Let it out. you can give yourself a hug. It all begins within. So take care out there, my friends. You fucking got this.